My good people in the YouTube world, you already know what it is. It's your boy B, and I'm right back up at you guys with another video. You dig? You know? And all I gotta say is Joe Rogan podcast, train all day. Joe Rogan podcast at night, all day. Train all day. Joe Rogan podcast at night, all day. You understand what I'm saying? When I say that, basically what I'm telling y'all is that I went in. Let me clean this camera, man. Let me clean this camera. All right, better. So when I say I ain't messing with them cops. It's the cops spot, man. I'm done. I ain't messing around over here. I'm leaving. I ain't even gonna cut through the police station, man. So yeah. So you already know what I do. I say train all day. Joe Rogan podcast at night, all day. That just means I just put in a long day, man. A long day, and we about to go home and do some more things. And the weekend is looking real exciting, my people. I got some things I gotta finish up at work. I also have some things I gotta do in my professional career. What you say? I just left there. What happened to you, Big Mont? What you doing over there, man? What happened to you? I was over there. Yeah. So, I also got to finish editing that video that I did last week at the Uniondale tree lighting event. So we most definitely gonna get into that. But we got a good story for you guys today, man. So sometimes I come up here and I get to talking to you guys. And sometimes I get frustrated. Sometimes I feel attacked on here. And I want to fight back, And I feel I can fight back. But at the same time, I don't like hitting people. I told y'all, I'm a gentle giant, son. I'm one of those people that I'll let you throw your shots because you can't hurt me. You could do what you want. It ain't gonna hurt me. But then sometimes, like I said, people try to use your kindness against you. And in those cases, you give them a quick jab to the jaw. And that's it. And usually they step back. But some people will push it, and you got to hurt them. And in those cases, I go home and cry at night, my people. I go home and cry at night when I got to do things like that, So it's all love, man. It's all love. So I say that to say I gave a little bit today, man. Y'all know that knowledge I was telling y'all about? Because of the people over there, they like to jump on the stage with loudspeakers, saying a whole bunch of nothing. You know what? I said I'm not gonna be like those people. And these are my staff. So it is a kind of reflection of the department in general. If they are the ones that's sitting up there sounding ignorant like the others. So I said, all right, we're gonna train some analysts to do some of the groundwork. And then we got 2 managers. And I'm gonna give them a little bit of the knowledge, give them a little bit of the game. Because honestly, it's about the whole unit in general and the company by far. So the more information that you can give out, the better the company gonna be, the better the department gonna be, and the more that people are gonna learn. So again, sometimes I come up here and I get harsh and I act crazy with you guys. But ultimately, man, like I said, man, I don't like hurting anybody. And I definitely don't like keeping people away from information. And I'm a teacher at heart. You feel me? So I got to give knowledge, man. It hurts me not to show people some of the things that I know. You know what I mean? Thank you very much. The beautiful people out here let you go out. You know what I mean? Everybody in New York is not rude. You see that? Yes, sir. So today I gave some of the information out. The good thing about it is you see people's eyes lighting up. They're learning stuff new. And as a teacher, that's what you want, man. That's really what you want. And also, I realized I gotta free some of my mind up too, man. If I'm gonna transcend, I got to give it up, man. I got to give up some of that groundwork, going out there doing the groundwork. You understand? Because I honestly feel that in order for your staff to connect with you, you got to get in them trenches with them. Like, you got to be the example. Like back in the day, if you was a general, You got to get on that battlefield, baby. You got to be on that battlefield with your soldiers, son. You got to actually be the first person that's ready to get on that line and die for them. You understand what I'm saying? Because you got to represent them on a higher level and free up some of that so that the mind can be used to actually help the company, you dig? So that's how that's going, man, you know? And I was all riled up last week, but I calmed down, we relaxing, and we chilling, my people. So what are you guys doing this beautiful, beautiful Friday afternoon, man? It's 4:40 out here in New York. Where some of you guys from, man? I love learning about people's cities. Where you guys from? You from the United States? You from another country? You from another planet? Where you from, yo? I remember back in the day when I used to sleep, man. I used to have those dreams, man. What are they called? What are those dreams called? Where you feel like you up, but you're not really awake, but you hallucinating. Y'all ever had those type of dreams? I used the ATM at 7-Eleven, Big Mont said. All right. So yeah, what are they called? Illicit dreams? What are them dreams called, man? But them things are scary, man. They're scary. I used to have two types as a kid. The first type was the scary type, man. It was like a whole bunch of demons that you feel in your room. Sleep paralysis, that's what it's called. So you in your bed and you're asleep, but you feel like you up because you sense your room. But when I was younger, the bed used to shake, right? And I used to be scared as hell. It'd be these nasty demons that I couldn't even explain. Like I'd never seen anything so like ugly before. And they used to come on my face and just taunt me, scream in my face, just try to scare me. And as a kid, I used to get real nervous about it, you know? But they started trying to mess with me when I was getting older. And I started thinking like, all right, if it's evil spirits, then it also got to be the opposite, right? If it's evil spirits, then it also got to be the opposite. So I'm like, all right, if they're demons and the devil is out there, then it got to be a higher power. It got to be the good side, a God or something. So I'm like, I'm rocking with that spirit. And the evil can't overcome goodness. So I'm like, I'm rocking with that spirit. And I started taunting the taunters. They used to come to me. I used to laugh at their ass. You know what I mean? I'm like, man, y'all better gone. Y'all better gone. You understand what I'm saying? Y'all ain't messing with me. You better gone. My man Big Mont said they was ugly and used to come on your face. Come on, man. Come on, man. Cut that out, son. Yo, cut that out, man. Pause. What they say now, what them young boys say, pause? Yeah, but nah, it used to be scary, son. Definitely scary. And then there was another side of them. And this was like, you know, another side that was kind of scary. So I'll lay down. And then, like, I feel like my spirit would leave my body. You feel me? And it'll keep going up. It'll, like, rise. And I could see my body. Like, I could leave, you know, the house. I'll be going up, getting to a level. Like, it'll get crazy. Like, I feel like I was going into the universe higher. I was started seeing, like, it was just crazy, man. And, like, every time I was getting up there, I used to have to try to make myself wake up because I was scared. Like, I was like, yo, I might drift too damn far, you know? So I used to drink to make myself go to sleep. Because when you drink, it's just tired and then you done. But when I didn't, I used to have those dreams, man, you know, and it used to be crazy. Then I used to try to control it and try to walk out of the damn room. So I try to leave my body and then try to walk out the room, man, you know? I definitely used to believe in stuff like that. But as I got older and started getting more sleep and started turning off lights and not looking at the damn cell phone, not having the television on, guess what happened? All them damn dreams went away, man. They all went away. Then I started doing more research and I realized that all that damn stuff was natural, man. You know? I don't believe in the spiritual world. I believe in the physical world. You dig? What y'all think? What do you guys think about that type of stuff, man? I personally feel that, you know, nothing outside of the universe ever affected anything in the universe, you dig? But that's just my philosophy on it. Like I said, I tend to look at the scientific consensus and take it for what it is, you know? But yeah, that stuff used to be scary, yo. Y'all watching the fight tonight? Jake Paul, AJ. I went a little bit into that yesterday. And I still think AJ was going to win. I was tempted to throw some money up on there, man. But I was like, nah, I ain't no gambler. You know, I ain't no gambler. I was going to put like 200-300 on AJ winning the fight and then entering into the second round. I feel that that's a solid bet. I also was thinking about putting like another 200, 250 on AJ winning. I think they had AJ winning by knockout or a TKO or a knockout, or Jake Paul winning by decision. I think those are, you know, I think those are two sure bets. But he said, bet your Christmas bonus? Nah, man, we don't get Christmas bonuses. You know that. Ain't no bonuses around here. If I did, I wouldn't put it on gambling, man. You know? But then I was like, man, if I lost that money, I ain't trying to risk it. You know? What? Like $140? You putting up $500 for $140? Nah, I ain't gonna take that type of gamble, man. I'm good. You know? I just chill tonight, watch the fight, have me, you know, just chill, son. That's what I'm gonna do. That's exactly what I'm gonna do. What y'all doing? What's up with your chat, son? What y'all getting into? I know in the morning, y'all be tripping. The chat be tripping in the morning, son, when I do my 5 o'clock, 4:30 chat. They tell me to do all types of wild things. I guess maybe y'all still at work or something, you know? But yeah, they used to tell me, he says, bet my Christmas bonus, nah, so. But they be out here telling me all types of crazy stuff. I be out here in the morning, they be like, play ding dong ditch. They be telling me to jack cars. They all say I sound like Denzel. They be tripping, man. But I love them. He said they tired. I know, they be roasted. They be like, yo, bro, I'm on the West Coast, I'm roasted, dude. I'm on the West Coast, bro, and I'm roasted, dude. Them cats be out there doing that. My cats from Philly, they be calling in, they be talking, you know, people from Maryland. Homeboy from Connecticut was on the check-in last week, or earlier this week. He said he's a Golden Glove specialist. He said he's nice with his hands, grew up in the BX. But then he came up in Connecticut. He said he's nice with his hands. You know, Chad Dawson, he is from New Haven, Connecticut, you know, to answer my old question. You dig? So we have brothers from DC on the check-in. That's what's up. Who else we had? Damn, I'm trying to remember. Maryland was on the check-in. Everybody, man, you know? We had a few people in India last week. They on the check-in, man. I had to tell them about my Indian people that I represent, you know? Everybody. I want some Africans to call in, son. I need some of my Africans to call in. And some of my Haitians. Y'all want to talk about barbecue. Y'all know about barbecue? I worked with some cats that was telling me, you know, telling me some stuff about barbecue, man. You know? I told them that ain't what I seen on that documentary. That ain't what the documentary said. He said, man, they be lying in Haiti, son. I don't know. What else? I want some of my French people to call in, you know. I definitely want to go to France. You feel me? I might see some coneheads out there. You dig? Where else I want to go? I want to go to the Amazon, to Nicaragua. I've been to Nicaragua. It was fun in Nicaragua, yo. I was playing with some monkeys. You know what I mean? A monkey jumped on the boat. I was chilling with him. I took a picture with the monkey. That monkey was smart, too. He was in the jungle, but then when the boat came, he called him, and the monkey came out, yo. He's playing with us. He was mad light, though. You know? When I was in Nicaragua, we was in the mountains, man, the car, and we got like a cab to drive us around. And homie caught a flat. It was the scariest thing, son. It was pitch black out there. Coyotes, all types of animals and stuff, man. I was like, man, we about to be stranded. I ain't gonna never be heard from again. Oh, man. You know? But all right, y'all, man. I'm about to get up out here. About to go enjoy my Friday, do a little bit of thing, get something to eat, because the brother's starving. But thank y'all for checking in. Hit that like button, man. Quit playing with yourselves. And we up out here. Peace.